Good evening and welcome to Chris Rude Field here in Wabash, Indiana. Steve Stricker with you this afternoon. Joe McCarter is going to be joining me here shortly. We've got first round boys baseball sectional action coming your way this afternoon. It's the home team, Wabash Apaches, taking on your Rochester Zebras. This is game number one, was supposed to be played last night, but the rain and weather postponed it. Still a little wet out here, but they're going to make a go of it. The biggest issue looks like is going to be right in front of us, which is right behind home plate. The athletic director said they pumped about 500 gallons of water off of this part of the field, kind of all drains down in here. So looks like we're good to go. They have some special accommodations for this part of the field here. Heard the umpires talking it over with both coaches, so it should be good to go. So the starting lineups are being announced here. Going to do the national anthem, and I will read the starting lineups to you here in just a moment. All right, national anthem, and we're getting set to go here. So I'm going to go through the starting lineups. Let's go through the Wabash Apaches starting lineup first. They are the home team tonight, so they'll be out in the field, coached by Jack Hawley. Leadoff hitter is going to be number 3, Trent Daughtry. He's playing center field. Batting second is going to be number 11, Robert Ergang. He's playing second base. Third batter, number 5, Callan Kelsheimer. He's the catcher. Cleanup hitter is going to be Blake Gribben. He's wearing number 10. He is the left fielder. Batting number 5 is number 2, Peyton Sodervik. He is the third baseman. Batting 6, number 16, Bryant Boggs, shortstop. Number 7, Joe Lalande. Number 15, he is the pitcher tonight. Batting 8th, number 4, James Booth. He is the first baseman. And the number 9 batter, Jasper Waller. He is the right fielder wearing number 1. That's the Apaches lineup for tonight. Get this going here for you. This is a beautiful night here in Wabash. The sun is out, pushing 80 degrees tonight. Hope everyone is safe from the storms last night. I know there was a ton of damage in the Rochester area last night, so we hope everybody is safe. There's no injuries that were reported, so that's a good thing. So the leadoff batter here for the Zebras is going to be number 3, Matt Lease, the third baseman. He's going to be followed by Braxton McLaughlin, the shortstop, and Brady Perez, the center fielder. Joe Leland, the pitcher here for the Apaches, starting things off. And we are underway here with the sectional. This is the 2A sectional, number 37. That first pitch is a ball to Lease. Lease shoots one over to short, over to first, and that's a drop at first. And a running error, so 2 errors there. All he had to do was turn away from the field, and he would have been safe. So Lease is out for out number 1. Bringing up number 13, Braxton McLaughlin. That one is a ball to Braxton. Ball 2 to Braxton. 2 balls, no strikes. And misses on that one. So 3-0 count here to McLaughlin. Leland gets that one in for a strike. There's a shot. Could be trouble over to short. Nice play there by the shortstop. And McLaughlin's going to beat out the throw, so we'll call that an infield hit for McLaughlin. Gets on. Left fielder number 10, Brady Perez, comes up. Have 1 out here in the top of the first. McLaughlin on first for the Zebras. Perez hits one out into right center. And that's going to drop in there for another single, moving McLaughlin over to second. That's going to bring up number 2, Zane Young. Zane is catching tonight for the Zebras. Runners at first and second. That's going to be in fair territory, play down to first in time, but it's going to move the runners to second and third for the Zebras. It's going to bring up Kyle Reinertz, the center fielder. McLaughlin on third, Perez on second with 2 outs here. Reinertz takes ball 1. That one's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Kyle. 2 down here in the top of the first, just getting underway here at Wabash High School. That one's going to be foul tip. So 1 ball, 2 strikes for Reinertz. He's going to have to protect now with 2 strikes. Bryce Lehman on deck for the Zebras. That one's going to be low. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and Reinertz goes down swinging. And that's going to leave 2 on, no runs, 2 hits for the Zebras in the top of the first. So we're going to go down into the bottom of the first here. Score remains 0-0 after a half inning. Be back here in a moment on RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyards True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Enyards True Value and Rental of Rochester. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, welcome back here to Wabash High School. After half an inning, we're still scoreless here between the Wabash Apaches and the Rochester Zebras. Rochester had 2 runners on, second and third in the top of the first, unable to push them home. Zane Young grounded out to the catcher threw it, and then Reinhardt's struck out to end the inning, leaving 2 on. So leading off is going to be the center fielder, Trent Daughtry, followed by Robert Ergang, the second baseman, and then the catcher, Callan Kelsheimer, for the Apaches.
Leading off the inning for the Apaches will be number 3, the center fielder, Trenton Daughtry.
Trey Stasiak going to be on the mound here, starting things off for the Zebras. That one is a little high for ball 1. A little low, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Gets that one in there for a strike. Two balls and 1 strike now for Daughtry. Joined now by Joe McCarter.
Hey, I made it.
You made it.
A little late.
Yeah.
Kind of a rough day at the office.
Yeah, it was a little rough day everywhere in Rochester, wasn't it? That one's going to get away from the catcher. That's going to be 3 balls and 1 strike. So just getting underway here in the bottom of the first, Joe. We had 2 on in the top and weren't able to get anybody across. Zane Young hit one that died right in front of the plate. He got thrown out at first and then followed that up with a strikeout to Reinhardt's. Count full here for, there's a swing and a miss, and out number 1 for the Zebras. I didn't quite get everybody in yet.
That's all right.
There's theirs, if you can read that.
The writing's no worse than mine, so.
All right. So the second baseman, Ergang, up here for the Apaches. Stasiak gets that one in there for a strike. Trey's doing a pretty good job here so far. Misses outside on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strikes here for Ergang. There's a shot out into left that could be, nope, underneath it. And the out made there on the shot from Ergang.
Number 5, the catcher, Callan Kelsheimer.
It's going to bring up the catcher, Kelsheimer, with 2 down for the Apaches. the senior Perez out there in left field. He does a great job.
Sure does. Nice to see Trey get up early on number 3 hitter.
Seems to be dealing pretty well here in the bottom of the first. Staying within himself here. It's a sectional game like we talked about. You know, you can get a little amped up at times for these types of games, and Trey seems to be. There's a shot out into right center. And the catch is made out there by Bryce Lehman for out number 3. So 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the first. Zebras back up to bat here coming up. It's going to be McCarter, Stasiak, and Evan Elliott as we come back here in the top of the second. Be back in a moment here on RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
All right, welcome back here to Wabash, Indiana. Wabash High School, Chris Rude Field. Steve Stricker with Joe McCarter. Joe's getting settled in here. Came in the bottom of the first for us. So Bryce Lehman going to be coming up here first for the Zebras in the top of the second. Rochester got out of the bottom of one clean. 1, 2, 3. The Apaches came up and went down. Zebras had 2 base runners in the first. Unable to push those runs in. See what they can do here in the second. There's a shot to left.
Fair ball.
That is going to get down. Lehman's going to second. He's wheeling. And he's going to hold there at second, in with a double on a shot out into left field. Well, the Zebras getting a solid bat on the ball here so far in this one. Grant McCarter up with nobody out here in the top of the second. That curve drops in for a strike. The screen is just in the wrong spot for us here. There's a shot, McCarter. That's a slow roller over to second. Only one play there. That moves the runner over to third. So with 1 out and a runner on third, Trey Stasiak comes to the plate. Good job there by Grant moving the runner over. That one in for a strike to Stasiak. Bryce Lehman on third for the Zebras. There's a shot that's going to hit the gap. 1 run's going to score.
Way to go, Trey. Help yourself out there.
Definitely Trey in with a single. And the Zebras get on the board.
Quinn Stasiak will courtesy run for brother Trey.
Evan Elliott at the plate with 1 out. Runner on first for the Zebras. 1 run across on the RBI single by Stasiak.
Got him.
And he lost it.
That was a clean double, though. He didn't drop it, did he? I couldn't tell for sure.
I think he had it, may have lost it on the way down. So back up to the top of the lineup here for the Zebras. Matty Lease comes up. He grounded out to short in the first. Comes to the plate with 1 out and runners at second and third here for the Zebras. Little conference on the mound for Wabash. Matty tries the bunt and doesn't get the bat out of the strike zone, so that's going to be a strike. That was going to be foul tip, strike 2. So Matt's going to have to protect down 0-2 now.
Excuse me. Big spot here.
Oh yeah, 1 out with runners at second and third. Got to protect this though with 2 strikes. That one down in the dirt. So the winner of tonight's first game plays at 3?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock on Saturday?
Yeah, and then Manchester Whitco will be at 3.
Matt shows some patience. Count goes to 2-2 now. That's going to be foul, out of play. Matt's doing a good job here making the pitcher work for the Apaches.
Oh, nice. Nice piece of hitting there.
That's going to get 1 run across, and Matt's going to be safe. Runners at the corners now for the Zebras. Great at bat there for Matty. Gets the RBI.
Hung in on that curveball really well and just pushed it back up the middle.
That was a good attempt there by the shortstop for the Apaches, but really nothing he could do. Braxton McLaughlin back up for the Zebras. He had a single his first shot at the plate. Still just 1 down here in the top of the second with runners at the corners for the Zebras. That one's going to be fouled out of play.
Stools would have been perfect tonight, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
The viewers at home have no idea the angle we're at here. It's right behind home plate, but the top of the windscreen is right at our eye level. We can't see over it. So. There's
a nice shot over to short. That's going to score
safe.
1, and he's safe at first. So a good job of running that out by Braxton. Gets the 3rd run in for the Zebras. Still 1 out. And that's going to bring up Brady Perez with runners at first and second here for Rochester.
One nice thing, and I think it's showing early for the Zebras, that they have faced a lot of left-handed pitchers in the last week and a half. I think 3 left-handed pitchers out of the last 5 games. And, you don't see a ton of lefties, but the fact that they've seen 3 out of the last 5 games, I think.
Brady fouls that one back.
They're just having really nice approaches right now. They're just hitting the ball where it is.
Well, when you don't see a lot of them in a typical high school season, when you have seen several in the last few days, few weeks, that does make a huge difference. Even in the first inning, they were hitting the ball solid, just unfortunately unable to get those runs across. 2 balls, 1 strike here for Perez. 1 out, runners at first and second here for the Zebras, top of the second.
Gap shot here between left and center would be nice. Pickoff move.
Nobody covering, so talking about pickoff moves, did you see the video of the trying softball?
No.
Oh, I'll have to show you that. That was a beauty.
Ooh, get back.
Yeah, he got him. So that makes 2 outs for the Zebras.
You hate doing that with Brady on.
Right, you just
At the
lost
plate.
an opportunity for an RBI. So now it's 2-1 for Perez. And there is a shot. It's going to be caught for out number 3. But the Zebras get 3 across here in the top of the second and lead by a score of 3-0 after an inning and a half. We'll take a break, come back with the bottom of the second here in a moment on RTC TV4.
Smith Farm Stores has everything you need for your home and your farm, both inside and out. We are your local Steel, Skag, and Simplicity dealer, offering a full-service center with a certified technician on site. Smith Farm Stores offers a wide variety of household appliances, including top-brand refrigerators, washing machines, and dryers. We are also a full-service paint center, offering on-site color matching and more. Stop by today or check us out online. Smith Farm Stores, everything you need and more.
All right, welcome back here to Wabash High School. Getting set for the bottom of the second. The Zebras got 3 across in the top of the second. Lead 3-0. So yeah, I was talking about that play by Trine. Of course, my daughter goes to Trine, plays basketball, but the softball team with 2 outs, if they win that game, they go to the World Series. The catcher throws it back to the pitcher. The pitcher throws it. There's a runner on second with 2 outs. The pitcher throws it. Everybody acts like the ball went into the outfield. Pitcher's jumping up and down. The girl starts to run to third. Pitcher never threw it. She runs over, tags her out. 3rd out. It made Sports Center top 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
shoot.
they're going to be playing, what's today, Thursday? They're playing today in the World Series down in Texas.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. Of course, it does tie in, too, with Perez, right?
Yep,
Going to
yep,
Trine,
that's
play
right.
baseball, so kind of everything ties back in.
The center fielder, Blake
Gribben?
Gribben. I don't know who filled out this scorebook, but the
Handwriting's a little iffy.
Oh, that was me.
Oh, yeah. That's a shot foul. That one's going to make it back up to the high school just about.
Wabash has Gribben, Sodervik, and Boggs up. They're 3, 4, and 5 hitters.
And Zebras retired 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the first. That one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gribben. That's a nice one, tailing away, gets him swinging. Trey's looking good so far here. Gets him swinging.
Fooled him.
Yep, the strikeout. So 1 away here for the Zebras. Peyton Sodervik, the 3rd baseman, coming up with 1 down. Nobody on for the Apaches.
Our outfield's playing pretty shallow today. Letter high strike.
Got a nice little wind blowing in, so they can afford to play a little shallower.
And this is a big field. You know, talked about Indiana University winning the Big Ten championship and then going to the conference tournament championship at Nebraska, which is one of the biggest college fields. It's where they play the College World Series, of course. Huge field. Home runs are at a premium. IU wins the regular season Big Ten championship. Sets a record in the Big Ten for home runs, but also leads the nation in strikeouts. So they felt like that would not translate well, and sure enough, they got beat in the first round of the Big Ten conference.
There is a second strikeout for Stasiak here in the bottom of the second.
But they went on to kind of evaluate each team and how that field would play to different teams' advantage. And it said the team that had the most speed in the outfield would have an advantage because you got a lot more ground to cover.
Right.
I think, you know, Rochester's got to have one of the fastest outfields in the sectional. I've got the umpire. He'll need a second. So, you know, we've said all year that Rochester's outfield, you've got two seniors in the corner positions and a real experienced sophomore in Kyle Reinhardt's in center, and they cover a lot of ground, and you know, there's not too many outfielders better. So hopefully that'll play to Rochester's advantage, not just today, but hopefully they can move on and as we play additional games in this tournament.
And they got probably one of the toughest draws in the sectional, potentially meeting up with Cass.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Wabash, solid team. I think was lost 5 games maybe. Cass ranked 7th or 5th, depending on what poll you look at. And then if you can get by those two, you got Manchester, who, you know, we played into extra innings. And to boot, since we were the first name drawn out of the ping pong hopper, or however they do it, we're visitors all the way through.
All the way.
Except in the championship. Oh, dear.
Oh, that one's going to get away. Yeah. Dropped third strike. Couldn't find it.
So the way they do it is if there's a team that has drawn a bye, even though they're in the bottom of the bracket, the team that doesn't have a bye that's in the top gets the home field advantage in the championship game. So if Rochester were fortunate enough, that would be the case against the winner of Manchester and Whitco.
So the first base runner is aboard for Wabash on a drop third strike.
Bryant Boggs, the shortstop, struck out on a curveball, but it's a tough curveball to handle.
See how the Zebras react. The pitcher Leland, and the throw on the third base side, and it gets away. So he's able to move over to second. So 2 balls, no strikes for Leland. Boggs over to second for the Apaches.
Leland pitches left-handed, but bats right-handed.
Scoreboard went out.
Yeah.
.30 count now for Leland. You don't want to let that drop third strike turn into something here for the Apaches. And that's going to be a walk on 4. So Leland is aboard with 2 down, now 2 on for the Apaches.
James Booth, first baseman. I don't know if we're blocking anybody if we stand up or.
Yeah, I think we're good. We're going to have a pinch runner for the pitcher. Sycophus running for Leland. Left-hander Booth up with 2 outs. Trey gets that one in there for a strike. You know, Trey's not any different than any other pitcher in baseball or softball. If you get ahead in the count, get that first strike in there, that just makes a world of difference.
Yep.
Gives you a little cushion there. You can come back with something, maybe try and get him to chase a little bit. There's a shot out into right and caught out there by right fielder. And that's going to be the end of the second inning. The Zebras able to get out of a little jam they created on that dropped third strike. After 2, Rochester leads 3-0 over Wabash. We'll take a quick break and come back here with the top of the third in just a moment.
This is Old You. And this is Now You.
Clive wears his fire hat and coat in the rain.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood.
All right, welcome back here to Wabash High School. It's getting set for the top of the third. Game 1 of the Wabash Sectional. The Rochester Zebras leading 3-0 after 2. Joe, we got a pitching change here for the Apaches.
Yeah, Trent Doherty is in. So that's a pretty quick change after 2 innings. We actually faced him I think it was the first conference game of the season we played Wabash here. We were able to come back with a victory. He pitched well, had some errors behind him that I think he may have given up 2 or 3 earned. We ended up getting 7, but he pitched well.
So Zane Young going to start things off here in the top of the third for the Zebras. Top of the second was very good for the Zebras. See if Young can get them going. Here in the third, that one's in for ball 1. That one's going to be popped back out of play. That one might sink down about 6 inches into that soft dirt behind us. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Young. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Curveball kind of fooled him there, I think.
Yeah, that's a nice curve that really dropped off for him.
Back to it. He's got that true 12-6 curveball where it just starts the top and drops right down. It's a way to battle.
Young protects the 2 strikes, fouls that one back. 2-2 count here for Young.
Curveball.
Waits back on that. Play over to second, slow roller, and that's going to be in time for out number 1. So Young goes down on the ground out to second.
Kyle Reinhardt's center fielder up. Struck out the first time at the bat.
Also pitching now for the Apaches is Trenton Daughtry.
Good hack.
Fouls that one back. Strike 1. Bryce Lehman on deck for the Zebras.
Curveball. That's not the ball you want to bunt.
Nothing good's going to come
No,
out of
that's
a
right.
bunt on a curve.
Yeah, you're talking about hitting a moving target or bunting a moving target.
That one high, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good spot to put an 0-2 pitch. Another curveball.
Kyle stays alive.
Wasted a curveball there.
Kyle fighting, 1 ball, 2 strikes here with 1 down. Lehman on deck here for Rochester. There's a shot out into left center. That's going to drop. Kyle's going around second.
That away, Kyle.
And he's in with a double.
Stand-up double. Now I'm really getting dangerous. I'm trying to keep the book without my reading glasses. Bryce Lehman, who doubled in the gap. Or no, I think it pretty much, well, I got it drawn here. Over the left fielder's head last time out.
So Reinhardt's did a great job there of battling, staying alive, gets the double. Grant McCarter on deck for the Zebras. Oh, tips that one back off of the catcher's headgear. One to Lehman.
Curveball.
Oh, that dropped right in there. That looked like it was high all the way and drops nicely. So nicely, I just put it in as a ball. It's a strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So now Bryce is going to have to protect the plate, 2 strikes. See if he can battle back like Kyle did.
Just a tad outside. That was for Mr. Hawes. Listening back, I just had a suggestion he needed a little bit more Bob Euchre. So.
There's a shot.
That's going to fall, I think, yes.
Over.
I think he can go.
Kyle's going to
too
hold.
short. Yep.
Yeah. That's all right. We got runners at the corner here for Grant. Saw him with a monster game over at Manchester in the last TRC game where the Zebras were able to get that win in extra innings. And first TRC championship for Rochester since 06.
06.
Yeah.
And Coach Good was a player on that team, so that's pretty neat story.
Yeah.
13 years ago.
Lehman back in. Lehman on first, Reinert's on third for McCarter with 1 down. There's a shot. That'll score a run. That's trouble. It's going to be a
E6,
E6.
but we'll take it.
Yeah. So Perez scores. Lehman moves over. That would have been a possible double play ball.
Yeah, I think it was maybe slow enough hit, but I think that's probably what caused the error. The shortstop knew that that was a potential double play ball, and he probably peeked a little bit to second before he fielded it. So
Trey Stasiak at the plate now.
single, double, RBI. No, it was an RBI single. I'm gonna have to put my reading glasses back on. All right, an RBI single last time up.
So we've had 2 Zebras go down 2 strikes in the count and battle back and get on base here in the top of the third.
Oh, my. Trey just probably wants to say, as long as you give me that one, I'll take it as a batter if you give it to me as a pitcher.
Saw one of those last night in the girls softball game. Looked like it was about 6 inches off of the plate, and they called it a strike.
Yeah.
I said, well, I hope they call that the other way, and they did. So,
That's what, and we talked about that earlier in the year. You know, as long as they're consistent. It doesn't always make it easier to hit,
right?
but you can't complain. Curveball high.
Just misses on that, full count. Need the pillow to set us up a little higher or something right
something
there.
Would do it. Fastball a little outside.
Oh,
Or
they
not.
get him, yeah.
I think Trey knew it. He started to step back.
So Stasiak goes down.
Elliott with a double. A little bit of a misplay by left fielder last time up.
Oh, way early on
That was
that
a
one.
changeup, I think.
Yeah. Elliott way out front. That was one of those cartoon balls where it kind of spins in midair on you before it gets there. It was nice change.
Curveball.
So Evan down quickly, 0-2. See if he can protect the count. Runners at first and second with 2 outs here for the Zebras.
Another curveball. Plenty high. One, two.
Yep. Swing and a miss. Elliott's going to go down. The Zebras leave 2, but they get 1 across. And after 2.5, the Zebras lead by a score of 4-0. So we'll take a quick break, come back here with the bottom of the third in just a moment here on RTC TV4.
RTC cable subscribers. Now you can watch your favorite cable networks wherever you are on your phone, tablet, or computer. Just log on to www.watchtveverywhere.com. Enter your RTC account information and sign up to watch TV everywhere. Live sports, videos on demand, and more, all for free with your RTC cable subscription. Watch TV everywhere. Another great service from RTC.
All right, welcome back here to Chris Rude Field here at Wabash High School. Steve Stricker with Joe McCarter, and through 2.5 innings, Joe, the Zebras doing a pretty good job, have 4 runs across, have kept the Apaches off of the scoreboard so far.
Yeah, Wabash has 9-1-2 coming up, so hopefully we can get that leadoff batter before we face the 1-2 guys that will be facing Trey for the second time. Wabash had a big, long conference between innings, so you wonder if the coach is talking about patience or let's see some more balls or exactly what. But there was a lot of conversation. That wasn't just okay, let's get the bats out and hit. That was some strategery.
Well, the Apaches got their first runner in the top or the bottom of the second on a drop third strike, and then got another runner on before Rochester got that third out. So far, you know, the Zebras have done well. Stasiak pitching very well so far here tonight. See how it goes here. The number 9 hitter up first for the Apaches.
Right fielder Jasper Waller, I'm sorry. I was thinking Braveheart when I said Wallace, I think.
Braveheart. William Wallace. So Stasiak down 2-0 here in the count. Got a little bit of a breeze blowing in here tonight. Beautiful afternoon. Kind of a rough night throughout the area. Big storm blew through about, 4:30?
Can't think they'd be bunting here. Well, he started to square. That's the reason you step off there as a pitcher, just to see if there's a tell, and he definitely dropped the barrel like he's going to bunt. There it is. Foul.
Foul for strike 1.
I'm just a little surprised. I mean, it's still early, but it's not like first or second inning. Third inning, down 4. Leadoff hitter. Looks like he's hitting away now. If I've stolen their signs, and just a quick flick of the wrist by the coach means hit away. Oof.
Just missing on the.
That was a pretty good pitch.
Yeah. Must have been just
Not
a hair
sure
low.
where that was. It may have been low, may have been a tad outside, but didn't miss by much. Comebacker, get to one.
Not in time. So the Apaches have a little rally cooking here in the bottom of the third with 2 on, nobody out.
Robert
Ergang.
flew to center field last time.
The
Lefty.
Wabash catcher here with nobody out. He's squaring up, showing bunt. Stasiak takes his time on that one. That's going to be high, 1 ball, no strikes. That's
Hit the
bunted.
plate, but spun back foul. A lot of things to think about here. Second baseman's got to cover first. Third baseman's going to stay home because there's a runner at second. So our first baseman's charging pretty hard. You'd like to make sure you get an out here. Second base is Evan Elliott's cheating quite a ways to first, opening up a fairly decent hole.
Showing bunt, but pulls back. That one misses, ball 2.
Matty Lease with a little conference with Trey. Girls softball ended their season last night after a really, really good season. Exceeded a lot of expectations. Congratulations to them. It's always sad when it ends, but
It was a tough way to go out on a team that you had beat earlier in the season, but I tell you what, Whitco just had everything cooking for them last night, offensively, defensively. It was just a buzzsaw. There wasn't much that the Lady Zebras could do. And so there's a walk. It's going to load the bases up. Kelsheimer coming up here with nobody out, bases loaded for the Apaches.
flew to right last time.
All this started off on a drop third strike. Again here for Wabash, getting things started. Gonna have a little conference up at the mound for Rochester. Beautiful night here in Wabash, Indiana.
About perfect.
Yeah.
One of the more interesting high school venues you'll be at. It's down kind of in a bowl. Probably the reason we didn't play last night. I don't know where the water would go.
Right here.
Yep.
They said they pumped almost 500 gallons out of the area behind home plate. Kind of all runs right down into that area.
Looks like infield's playing in. Trey's missed 4 out of the last 5 times high, so something mechanical's going on. It's probably what Coach Good talked about when he went out to the mound, but got to get that figured out. He is now out of the windup.
There he gets him swinging. That's going to be strike 1. Still trying to find that first out here in the bottom of the third. They had the first out with the runner on third on the drop third strike.
Comebacker
Yeah.
that we mishandled, and
There's a shot that's going to get down into right. One run is across. Second run, no play at the plate. So 2-run RBI single for Kelsheimer gets the Apaches on the board. Cuts the Zebra lead in half. Still nobody out in the bottom of the third.
Gribben struck out last time.
Runners at the corners for the Apaches.
Just seeing if the guy with first, third, a lot of times the guy will be going. Just see if you can catch him.
Tide's turned a little bit here in the favor of the Apaches. You can tell the dugout is up and excited right now. Trey's having some trouble here finding the strike zone. That's going to be out of play. Pitcher-wise, everybody available tonight, or we have anybody on?
Everybody's healthy and available, I believe.
Everybody on full rest, no no innings issues.
No. Actually, I think we were good if we played last night.
Yeah.
Brock Beeler pitched 4 really efficient innings Monday against Delphi to close it. Braxton had started and threw 3, and both of them were under the pitch count for not needing 2 days rest, just both needing a day. It's a soft liner to right, gonna be trouble. Fair ball.
1 run in. Runners hold at second and third for the Apaches. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Wabash has cut the Zebra lead to 1. Conference on the mound here with the Zebras.
Peyton Sodervik up, third baseman. Umpire called safe, probably because he has no idea. I mean, I'm not being critical. It's just when you have 2 umpires, they can't watch every base, watch the ball, watch the runner. He had lead runner responsibility, so.
We're still looking for the first out here in the bottom of the third. That's a shot in the left, going to be foul, out of play. A little early on that one.
And I stand corrected. There are 3 umpires. People at home are probably saying there's 3. I'm not used to 3, but.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to.
Oh, that's all right. You know, I deserve corrected a lot, so.
There he gets that one in for strike 2, so quickly ahead 0-2. Sodervik?
Sodervik.
Yeah.
You'd like to see Trey get up here. Need an out. Curveball got him.
Swing and a miss. Finally get that first out here in the bottom of the third. Boggs comes to the plate. Runners at second, third, 1 down.
Boggs struck out last time but advanced on a drop third strike. Was left stranded after stealing second. So you got your number 6 hitter up. Runners on second and third, 1 out. There's a lot in play here. Could be a squeeze, could be a safety bunt. Rochester's obviously got the first baseman playing in, anticipating that. See where we position our third baseman.
If it was a football game, you'd say they have about every play in the playbook available to them right now.
Exactly. They're in the catbird seat. So.
High and inside, misses for the first ball.
Didn't show anything there. He may take a strike. A lot of times on a suicide, you'll do it on the second pitch. There it is.
Nice one, no play at home. Gets the out. So the perfect suicide squeeze right there gets the run across, ties things up. Leland comes to bat here with 2 down, 1 on third for the Apaches. Big inning here for Wabash, 4 runs. They're doing a good job of using, the whole field, using their outs.
Yep.
Pushing the runners across with the bunt right there.
A well-executed suicide, there's nothing you can do. I mean, the only hope you have is that they tip it early, and as a pitcher, you can throw a high, at the head fastball, not out the head, but head-high fastball that can pop up. That's on a fall.
It's trouble out in right center,
good
but
play.
Great play out there in right.
New ball game.
All square after 3. So we got to start over again here coming into the top of the 4th. Tied at 4 after 3. Be back here in a moment on RTC TV4.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
All right, welcome back here at Chris Rood Field, Wabash High School in Wabash, Indiana. Steve Stricker with Joe McCarter, and Rochester led 4-0 going into the bottom of the 3rd, and Wabash gets all 4 of those runs back, all square going into the 4th.
We got the top up. That's the good news. So we've gone through the order twice. Most of these guys haven't seen Doherty for a month and a half. I think last inning we started out with, Zane Young, our number 4 hitter, started off against Doherty. So this will be the first time for our 1-2-3s.
So Matt Lee's going to start things off here in the top of the 4th. There's a good shot. Over to third, though. Play should be handled at first. Looked like he might have been off of the bag.
I thought he pulled his foot. At least like to have first base umpire ask for help there. But he's not going to. They don't ever listen to me, so
So 1 pitch, 1 out for Wabash. Brings up Braxton McLaughlin.
Opens him up with a curveball.
That one gets the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Curveball.
That one dropped in there just like it was supposed to.
Doherty's not going to overpower anybody, but he's mixing it up.
Count evens up at 2-2. Brady Perez on deck for the Zebras. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Just misses, count goes full.
Braxton, really smart hitter, great contact hitter. That away.
So he battles back, gets the walk with 1 out, bringing up Perez.
Love to get guys on base in front of Brady. Now this is a big park, so even for Brady it's a tall order to hit it out, but still, you know Brady's going to give you a professional at bat. 4-4 in the 4th.
Gets that one on the outside corner.
Curveball high.
Two balls, 1 strike here to Brady with McLaughlin on first.
Might be a hit and run spot.
There's a shot, could be 2. They're going to go to 1. They get Perez, moves the runner over to second with 2 outs. Zane Young comes to bat here with 2 outs. Braxton McLaughlin on second for the Zebras. Kyle Reinert's on deck. There's a shot.
Keep going. I don't think they see it. Oh my gosh, what a catch. Center fielder
Caught that
came
one at the
clear over into the
last.
right fielder's spot. I don't think the right fielder ever saw that ball.
So great play there, ends the top of the 4th. The Zebras leave 1, and we remain at 4-4 after 3.5. Come back here with the bottom of the 4th in a moment on RTC TV4.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
Are you okay?
Yeah. All right, welcome back here to Chris Rood Field in Wabash, Indiana. And I think after that 3rd inning, Joe, things have kind of turned to the Apaches.
Yeah, we've always talked about baseball being a game of momentum, and right now Wabash has it. We need to get it back. So a good, quick, clean inning would be nice here. They've got 8-9-1 coming up. Booth, Waller, and Doherty. Booth has flied to right.
Well, we talked about it. The start of things in the 3rd was that drop 3rd strike. So you work hard to get that 3rd strike, and then you know, for whatever reason you lose it.
Yep.
And then that just changed the momentum for the Zebras.
Yeah, you certainly get the feeling that we've earned our runs, and we've kind of given them a few. They've got 4 runs on 2 hits. They've only left 3 on base. We've got 4 runs on 9 hits and have left 5 on base. So that pretty much sums it up as far as where the momentum is right now. But we can get it turned around. If you watch the Cubs this week, they've had a couple that one you thought they had in the bag and it flipped at the end, and the other one you thought was over and it flipped in the end the other way. So, and then today they're just getting thumped. So.
Yeah, it's never over until it's over, and right now we're all square at 4.
Yep. Curveball cutter. I don't know. It was something off speed, or maybe he just decided he was going to get up on him and took a little bit off his fastball.
One count. Waller on deck for the Apaches. There's a shot going to be out of play.
A long way for Matty. He's fast, but
I don't think he's going to get into the
fence and batting cage got in his way there.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Booth. I mean, this is a big at bat for the Zebras.
It really is. Like
they've
you said, we need a quick, clean inning. 2-2 count. You'd like to see him get him right here.
Shot over to second, should be a play over to first. And out number 1.
Good play by Evan Elliott over there.
So that was the thing that eluded them in the bottom of the third for so long, was that first out. So Waller comes up with 1 down. Trent Daughtry on deck.
Waller started that mess last inning with a drop third strike.
Play over to third, should be in time, and out number 2. So much better here in the bottom of the 4th for the Zebras. 2 up, 2 down. Brings up the pitcher, Daughtry.
Struck out and reached on a error on pitcher last time up. An error-ish. It was a hard comebacker, but Trey did knock it down and then just had trouble getting the handle to throw it over first. But official score may give it a hit. I don't know, but
there's a good
way
first
out in front of
pitch.
that. So Trey had opened up with the last 2 batters fastballs and came with a slider there.
Shot back to Stasiak, over to first, and
Good.
3 up, 3 down. So the Zebras did what they had to in the bottom of the 4th, hold serve. Going to come back top of 4, or top of 5 after 4. The score remains 4-4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyard's True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Enyard's True Value and Rental of Rochester. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Welcome back here to Chris Rood Field. Steve Stricker, Joe McCarter, and Joe, after that big 3rd inning for Wabash, the Zebras able to get them out 1-2-3 in the bottom of 4. So we stay tied at 4 going into the top of the 5th. The Zebras going to have to get their bats back on, though.
Yep, we got 5, 6, 7 up. All these guys have seen Doherty tonight. As I mentioned, they saw him a month and a half ago. So Reinhardt's is leading off. He had a nice double in the gap last time. And then Lehman, right fielder Bryce Lehman on deck.
Not overpowering stuff from Daughtry,
No.
but you know, like you said, he does. He throws the off speed, and there's a shot.
that's the wrong guy based on last inning. That guy is
underneath it.
pretty
for the
good out there.
Yep. Like you said, this is a deep, deep park.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to get one out, especially with the wind sort of blowing in a little bit.
They moved around. I'd like to give the center fielder credit, but when Daugherty started in center, so I don't know who's out there now.
So far away, I mean, you need the binoculars. That was going to be fouled out of play for strike one.
I can kind of see that number. It might be Leland. They may have just flipped it.
Just flipped from
he is
pitcher to
left-handed,
center.
so curveball. Bryce did a nice job tracking that.
Grant McCarter on deck here for the Zebras.
Another curveball.
Have one out here in the top of the fifth.
Daugherty, a really smart pitcher. I noticed that when we played him earlier. He's pitched a lot of varsity innings. Good battle here by Lehman. Wasted that curveball. It's out.
You got that one?
I'm hoping it's over our head.
Yeah.
Josh Van Meter is on the move for that one.
There's a shot over to third. In time for the out. Out number 2, so 2 down here for Grant McCarter.
Grant has reached on air by shortstop and grounded to second base.
Deep in the hole, short, play over in time. So the Zebras go down 1, 2, 3 in the top of the fifth. So we're going to stay tied at 4 after 4.5. Come back with the bottom of 5 here in a moment on RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
All right, welcome back here, bottom of 5. The score all tied after 4.5, 4 each. So the Zebras able to get out of the bottom of the 4th, 1, 2, 3 against the Apaches, but the Apaches come back and retire the Zebras 1, 2, 3 in the top of the 5th. The heart of the lineup coming up here for the Apaches.
Leading off the inning for the Apaches will be number 11, Robert Ergang.
Robert Ergang going to lead things off here for the Apaches.
He has walked and flown to center. Second baseman.
A ball?
Ball a tad high. And I mean a tad. That's a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike here to Ergang.
Two.
Good start here for Trey. See if we can get this first out again. That seems to be the key. You get that first out.
Curveball. Nice foul off by Ergang. Wind's blowing pretty much in. Tad right to left. Trey shakes off the sign.
Gotta get over, gotta get over. Good play, unassisted there by McCarter. Gets the out.
Kelsheimer had a 2 RBI single last time up and flew to right his first time up. Number 3 hitter, catcher. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, catcher. That's a good pitch. There's nothing wrong with that pitch at all. Wowza.
Right at belt height right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
That one outside. 2 balls, no strikes here to Kelsheimer.
That was a
dirt.
ball.
Yeah. 3-0 count. Trey's got to find a way to battle back and get this out. This is on 4, so the walk to Kelsheimer. Blake Gribben coming to the plate now for Wabash.
He had an RBI double last time up, struck out the first time up.
They have an abundance of left-handed hitters, don't they?
And here's our center fielder, so that makes sense. Doesn't tell us where the original pitcher went, but so I still don't know where Leland is, but this is the guy playing center field and doing a really nice job. Oh, man.
Tight strike zone right now.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike here for Gribben.
Definitely tightened.
There's a shot out to center. And the catch back over to first. And the runner does get back, but the out.
Nice play by Kyle Reinhardt's out there.
Oh, yeah. He got that back in a hurry, almost doubled him up.
2 outs. Sodervik, the third baseman, struck out twice. We'd take a third one here.
Right. Boy, he could have made a play right there. He looked at it.
2 outs. Man on first, I just get the batter. Don't
Yeah.
put that guy in scoring position on a awkward throw. Oh, that's going to get down fair.
Fair ball. Runner's going to round. In quickly. Perez going home with it.
Missed our cut there, allowing the runner to go second. He may have been able to make second anyway, but key spot in the game here. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Boggs, the shortstop, up. He had a RBI suicide, which they're not going to try with 2 outs last time up, and then he reached on a drop third strike the first time. So he's 0 for 1 officially.
Ball in the dirt, ball 1. So they have an open base. You don't want to give up something that's going to score a run right here, but you want to get this out too. Trey's kind of working the corners down low on the first 2 pitches.
Joe Leland is on deck, and he's flown to right and walked.
Gets that one in, strike 1, 2 balls, 1 strike.
They're due to leave a couple guys on base.
There's a shot over in the gap. It should be easy over to first in time, and that retires the side, so Wabash does leave 2. Zebras get out of the bottom of the 5th. Still stays tied at 4. Come back with the top of the 6th here in just a moment on RTC TV4.
Smith Farm Stores has everything you need for your home and your farm, both inside and out. We are your local Steel, Skag, and Simplicity dealer, offering a full-service center with a certified technician on site. Smith Farm Stores offers a wide variety of household appliances, including top-brand refrigerators, washing machines, and dryers. We are also a full-service paint center, offering on-site color matching and more. Stop by today or check us out online. Smith Farm Stores, everything you need and more.
All right, welcome back here to Chris Root Field at Wabash, Indiana. Steve Stricker with Joe McCarter, and Wabash got the heart rate going a little bit there in the bottom of the 5th, but the Zebras able to get that 3rd out.
Yeah, this is a point in the game where you really want to grab the lead. Each team's down their final 6 outs. We've got 8-9-1 coming up. Like to get some action going in this half. Put the pressure on them coming up in the bottom of the 6th. So it's Trey Stasiak, our pitcher, doing a really nice job on the bump tonight. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a strikeout. Evan Elliott's on deck. Evan's 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. So
it'd be nice if you could get a couple runners on and then bring up Perez and get something going that way.
This is a game where you want to find the holes, you want to hit the gaps, because you're not going to hit it over.
Yeah, the last couple innings, the Zebras have hit it pretty hard, but just right at the outfielders.
Our last strikeouts were way back in the 3rd inning.
First one fouled off third base.
Curveball high.
He's been missing on that a little bit high.
If I was Trey, I'd sit on fastball here. I don't think he wants to get behind. 2-1.
This is low.
That's the one area that this umpire's been very consistent on, that just below the knees. He's not been calling that, so. Another one low.
So Trey in command here with a 3-1 count. Gets that one in. That was kind of on the low side, but right in that strike zone. Would have been a hard one to drive. That one there gets him looking.
Second baseman Evan Elliott doubled the first time up, and then last time struck out against Doherty.
There's a shot.
That's in. That's
fair
in.
ball. Elliott going to go for 2. Nope, he's going to hold it 1.
I think that's a good hold.
Yeah. Get on.
Left fielder did a really nice job getting over to that ball.
Yeah, it wasn't hit well, too far out in the outfield, so it would have been a tough one for Elliott to get to 2.
Matty Lee's third baseman up to bat. Matt's 1 for 3. Had a RBI single back in the 2nd.
That one misses outside. 1-0 count here to Lease. 1 down, 1 on. Top of the 6th.
That was a balk. Oh, they caught it too. Hey.
Hey,
I usually say that, they don't catch it.
Yeah. Give this crew credit. They're doing a fine job out here.
He did a quick dip before he made his move.
Fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. That would have been almost like a swing bunt right there. If he couldn't get it, probably would have died right in front of the plate.
Matty's speed, it doesn't take much hope, and he can get on base. Curveball high. 2-1.
2-1.
Coach Stasiak is in my view.
There's a
That's
shot.
Gonna fall. That's going to fall.
Nope.
Oh, my gosh, it's not. We're going to maybe get doubled up. Nope.
Oh.
I did not think that they would get to that off the bat.
So McLaughlin comes up with 2 down. Runner on second. Elliott did a nice job getting back there.
Yeah.
I think he was kind of in the same boat you were. He didn't think that was going to get caught.
Low and out. You open Braxton up with a fastball.
For Braxton, you got to just find a way to get on.
Yeah.
Walk, hit, doesn't matter. Shot over to third, should be an easy play to first. Is he on?
He comes off quickly, but I think he was on.
So Zebras get 1 on, leave 1, and after 5.5, score stays 4-4. Come back with the bottom of the 6th here in a moment on RTC TV4.
This is Old You. And this is Now You.
Clive wears his fire hat and coat in the wind.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood.
Welcome back here at Wabash, Indiana, Wabash High School. Chris Rudfield, Steve Stricker, Joe McCarter this afternoon. Game 1 of the IHSAA 2A Sectional 37 here at Wabash, Indiana. And it's been a dandy, Joe. Rochester had a 4-0 lead going into the bottom of the 3rd or 4th.
Bottom of the 3rd.
Bottom of the 3rd. Yeah. Wabash got 4. And ever since then, both teams have held serve. So coming into the bottom of the 6th, you say we're at 7, 8, 9 in the lineup?
7, 8, 9. Leland, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Booth, who's 0 for 2, fly to right, ground to second. And Waller, who's 0 for 2, reached on drop third strike and grounded to third base. For the game, Wabash has 4 runs on just 3 hits.
Had a little help.
Yeah, this is a big half. I mean, obviously, at this stage of the game, every half inning is big, but they're at the bottom. You really want to get through this.
First batter has been big for both teams. Zebras get them out, usually bodes well. Apaches get them on, it bodes well for them. That inning that they got the 4 runs, it was bases loaded with 1 run in, I think, before they even got that first out. Trey gets ahead 1-2 here to Leland. Leland, right?
Yes.
Shot back, Trey can't get it. So Leland's gonna reach on an error Call that E1.
Yeah, just got in a hurry. Got a courtesy runner.
So the leadoff runner is aboard for the Apaches. See if the Zebras can battle back.
Actually, that's going to be a pinch runner because Leland's not the pitcher anymore. So that'll be a pinch runner.
So he'll be
number
out.
6. He can re-enter.
He can re-enter. This is a new batter here too, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's potentially a double switch, although I usually don't see that a lot in high school. Number 20.
Jared. I think that says, yeah, Jared Brooks. I guess if I would have waited, I could have just tagged up on the announcer there. So Brooks comes to the plate here for the first time tonight. One on, nobody out here for the Apaches.
I'm thinking bunt here.
Oh. That would have been close if the throw would have been a little harder.
Harder, higher.
That one in the dirt. Runner's going to advance.
So it'll be interesting. Now you got runner scoring position, nobody out, but it's 2-0 count. They may still be bunting here to get him to third. You got to think that may be the reason they pinch hitted him. I say that real fast because he's a good bunter. I'd bring first baseman in. There he comes. And he is bunting.
That one misses for the third ball.
Yeah,
third base coach over there was not happy with the runner at second. He wanted him to come on that play.
Yeah, our third baseman's got to stay home here on the square.
There's a strike.
Third baseman stays home. First baseman charges here. It's a good bunt.
They get the out at first, moves the runner over to third. Jasper Walter comes to the plate here with one out. So the Apaches playing small ball here and trying to get a run across. All tied up at 6 in the bottom of this, or all tied up at 4 in the bottom of the 6th. Got a pitching change coming up here for Rochester.
Braxton McLaughlin's going to take over.
Braxton, to me, very similar in style to the Wabash pitcher.
Yeah.
And, you know, not an overpowering thrower, but does throw the off-speed curve and change up and does a good job of hitting his spots.
Yep, very smart pitcher. He and Trey are probably neck and neck, I would guess, for innings pitched or pitch count. I guess that's what they track these days, but tight spot, so you gotta pull out all stops.
Yeah, there's no tomorrow if you lose.
Nope.
So you got a runner in scoring position. They've moved him over to third. Still just one down here. So Coach Good goes to his sophomore, right? Sophomore pitcher? Braxton,
Yep,
sophomore?
junior.
Junior, okay.
Now pitching for the Zebras will be number 13, Braxton McLaughlin.
Number 9 hitter Waller up. He has reached on drop third strike and ground out to third. Strikeout would be good here. We've got to play, infield's got to play on the grass. One out play's got to be at home here with the go-ahead run. Obviously, bottom of 6th inning. Squeeze. Nobody there. Not sure. It's unusual to have the third baseman charging there. I don't think he was. I think the coaches have corrected that.
That was a strike. That one misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike now.
So defensively, Quinn Stasiak came in the game for brother Trey. Trey goes out. Quinn's now playing third. Matty moves over to short. Braxton to pitcher. I think that's the changes. Everything else remains the same.
Nice pitch there by Braxton. Gets that in for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. That one fouled back to the fence. Count stays 1-2. One-two count.
Curveball misses high.
Didn't curve too much.
Looked like it kind of slipped out, didn't it?
Yeah. Didn't get that end rotation on it to get it to drop. Just misses on that. Count goes full.
I mean, you got room for him at first. There's worse things. However, he's a number 9 hitter, so you'd really curveball right in there.
Ooh. Must have been just inside.
Yeah, I think it just missed inside.
Up and down looked perfect right there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shot hard past third. Run's gonna score. Looked like maybe they were gonna get out of the jam there with the runner on third. Wabash able to tack on 1, now lead 5-4. Ergang up to bat with 1 on, 2 down. Struggles that Rochester's had on the offensive end, that's a big run right there.
It sure is. You know, the other way to look at it is you got to score. We had to score either way to win, so now we got to score 2, but it does put pressure on us at the top of the 7th. That's a base hit.
That tails away from Perez
Play
out
at
there.
third.
In safe at third, so runners now at the corners. So Ergang gets a 2-out single, brings up Kelsheimer with runners on the corners. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th.
Kelsheimer is 1 for 2. He's walked,
And
had a
he's
2
walked.
RBI single.
He's walked again. They're
And
putting him on.
now he's going to intentionally walk. There
Yep.
you go. Which that's a no-brainer. Even though it brings up the cleanup hitter, 3 hitter in high school is typically the best hitter, and
Yeah, Kelsheimer's done a lot of damage.
He, that runner that we just walked is more than likely not going to mean anything anyway. We got to stop it right here.
You know, it gives them the force at any base or home. Zebra's got to find a way here with 2 outs, bases loaded. Fouled back off of the bleachers. Braxton gets ahead 0-2 now.
That's trouble.
That one drops. Two runs in. They get 2 in?
Yep.
Yeah. Seven 4 with Sodervik up. Runner still at the corners here for the Apaches. Three runs across here in the bottom of the 6th for Wabash.
Zebras have committed 2 errors this inning.
I think they could have came back from that one, but now down 3, it's going to be tough. And there's a shot into the gap. Another run's going to score. So a second 4-run inning here for Wabash. Doing a lot of the damage with 2 outs. Give Wabash credit. They've got it done here in the 6th.
But it took advantage.
Yeah.
We gave them a couple free runners, and they've taken advantage. So.
That one misses, ball 1.
Boggs is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice.
Gets that one in there for a strike.
He's officially the 9th batter of the inning.
Wabash runners on 1st and 2nd. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Boggs.
It's in play, I think. Long way to go. Oh, great effort. Great effort. Nice effort by Quinn Stasiak there.
Now, if he leaves the field of play.
Yeah, doesn't count.
Doesn't count. Okay.
No.
I say, because I think he was out the fence.
Grant had one the other day, and he actually got against the gate And as he pushed, the gate started swinging open. And the umpire told him had he caught it, it wouldn't have counted. So.
1 ball, 2 strike here to Boggs. 2 down, runners on first and second for the Apaches.
Curveball, he went.
Got him swinging, so they get out, but Wabash does the damage. Score 4 in the bottom of the 6th. So Rochester has 1 more at bat here to try and make up 4 runs in the top of the 7th, or they're going to be done. Come back here in a moment on RTC TV4.
RTC cable subscribers. Now you can watch your favorite cable networks wherever you are on your phone, tablet, or computer. Just log on to www.watchtveverywhere.com. Enter your RTC account information and sign up to watch TV everywhere. Live sports, videos on demand, and more, all for free with your RTC cable subscription. Watch TV everywhere. Another great service from RTC.
All right, welcome back here to Chris Rood Field here at Wabash, Indiana. And big bottom of the 6th for Wabash gives them a 4-run lead coming into the top of the 7th. And this is going to be a big hill to climb, Joe, for them here in the top of the 7th.
Sure is. I was looking to see who they were bringing back out. Looks like Doherty's going to stay on the bump. No reason to change, I wouldn't think anyway, but we've got Brady, Zane, and Kyle coming up, our 3, 4, 5 hitters. So hopefully we can get some action going and at least force them to think a little bit here.
Had an opportunity there in the top of the 6th, couldn't get any runs across, and Wabash took advantage of every opportunity given to them in the bottom of the 6th.
Yep.
So, you know, it's been a great season here for the Zebras.
Sure has. Yeah, we knew this was going to be a tough game. Obviously, we've had a couple costly errors. That last inning, two errors allowed them to get 4 unearned runs. We've had a couple drop thirds that bit us. So, you know, and quite honestly, Wabash hasn't. I mean, when they have made a mistake, we haven't made them pay. So, that's baseball, though. You know, it's a game of imperfections, and you just got to, at the end of the day, right now, we just got to hit the ball. We have not gotten much going. I think we've gotten 2 hits since Doherty's come in.
Everything that they have hit has seemed like it's found a Wabash defender.
Yep. Brady's 1 for 3 on the day.
Fouls that one out of play. Brady's high school career in jeopardy here, but he's going to be playing next year up at Trine.
Yep.
So
yep.
Look forward to maybe getting a game or 2 up there to watch him play.
That'd be neat. Curveball.
You going to let me broadcast those?
I think we should.
Yeah.
At least a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Brady's going to have a great college career.
Foul tip, 2-2.
Doherty's really doing a nice job keeping the ball down here.
Yeah. Well, he's picked a good school. That's a beautiful school, and I don't know what he's majoring in up there, but
I think it might be education.
Education. They've got a great education school. There's a shot and probably playable in the right center. There's trouble. The catch made for out 1.
Zane Young up, catching tonight, and it looks like Zane's 0 for 3, so he's due.
How many seniors do they have?
You know, I don't know. I meant to look today, and I didn't. The day didn't go as I planned, so.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure. You know, as I remember it, every team in the conference is 3 or 4 seniors. So I know. I'm pretty sure Doherty is a junior. I think they have all their pitching back. As do we, except our closer, obviously, is Brady. But we got the rest of our pitching back. It should be another that's fouled. I think it's going to get out of play.
Yep.
Should be another really exciting conference next year, as the TRC was this year. A lot of teams have a lot of guys coming back. Obviously, I think Rochester probably has the most holes to fill with when you lose a Brady,
right,
obviously, and a Zane, and Bryce Lehman, and Matty Lease. I mean, it's your top 5 hitters. It's a nice piece of hitting on a curveball, but he's not going to get anything to show for it. But
so Zebras down to their last out.
Kyle Reinhardt, center fielder, has had a real nice season. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a double.
Takes that one for ball 1. Lady Zebras lost last night down at Oak Hill to Whitco, 12-0 and 5 down there, and they had some of the same problems last night, Joe, that Rochester has had. I think they had 4 errors, and it just seemed like those errors were all at the wrong time.
Yeah. From a baseball standpoint, Rochester has struggled some defensively, but gotten away with it throughout the year. I know against Tippecanoe Valley we had, I think, 5 errors and got out of it. Kyle got a walk there out of the way.
Yeah, that Valley game just seemed like Tippecanoe Valley was leaving kids on, 2 or 3 at a time in every inning for the first 2 or 3 innings. Little conference at the mound here for the Apaches.
I'd really be surprised if they made a change here unless they've got a closer they're really comfortable with. But they got a 4-run cushion.
Yeah.
You need to bring somebody in that might not find the strike zone, and all of a sudden you got, bases loaded.
Yeah, I bet the coach probably just going over some things with the team and just, hey, don't worry about the runner. You got to get this out at the plate. Beautiful afternoon here in Wabash. Sun shining bright. I don't see a cloud in the sky.
No, it is.
Yeah.
It is as nice a day as we've had.
Just misses on that one. That looked good. Shot past third. Base hit.
No need to take a chance there.
He started to. Decides the better of it. So with 2 outs, Grant McCarter is going to come to the plate. So tying run is on deck. Carter's got to keep it going here for the Zebras. 2 outs. Holds back, ball 1.
Good eye. He wants to hit his pitch here. I'm guessing Doherty will come back with a curveball. That's been his out pitch. That was high.
Yeah. Got him chasing a little bit on that one. Just got to wait on your pitch. It's kind of like in basketball. There's no 10-point shot. There's no 4-run hit.
Nope.
You got to get on, keep the things going. So down to the last strike here. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Grant McCarter. Dribbler over. And that's going to do it. So a big 6th inning for Wabash, puts it away. And the Apaches are going to move on.
They'll play the winner of our next game tonight. I don't think, are you broadcasting the next game? They'll play the winner of the next game here tonight, which is Oak Hill and Lewis Cass. That game will be at 1 o'clock on Saturday. Kind of a abrupt halt, as it always is, to the season. But it was, like we said, it was a good season for the Zebras. Nothing to hang their heads about at all. And they've got a good mix of juniors and sophomores and freshmen coming back. A good 8th grade class coming in. So it'll be exciting next year.
Well, the Zebra season's going to come to a close, but like you said, they won TRC championship for the first time in 13 years and accomplished a lot. So congratulations to Wabash. It was a well-played game on both sides.
Yep.
They just 2 innings, 4 runs on the 3rd, 4 runs in the 6th, and they get it done tonight 8-4. Like you said, they'll play the winner of Lewis Cass and Oak Hill coming up here next. So Joe, I appreciate you jumping in here and broadcasting with me this year.
Hey, thanks, Steve.
It was fun.
A lot of fun. Enjoyed it. Really appreciate you doing the games, and appreciate you doing softball. Enjoyed that call last 2 nights. So really appreciate everything you do. And I know the fans that aren't able to get out and watch appreciate it as well.
Well, I enjoy it. It's, one of those things that, you got a job that you can do that it's fun.
Yeah,
So
that helps.
I don't feel like I'm working. So I really enjoy doing it. I'm glad that you guys have the confidence in me to let me do this. Scott Sager back at the office. Dakota's running tech for us tonight. Joe McCarter, Steve Stricker saying goodnight here from Wabash, where the Apaches will move on. Rochester Zebras season comes to a close. At final score 8-4 here against Wabash. So say goodnight here. We'll come back. Not sure when we'll be back. I'll have possibly some softball if Pioneer or North Miami are able to advance into the regional. So our Rochester teams are both done. We'll be back better than ever this fall. We got a lot of new stuff and big stuff coming up for you for the football season. So
Pioneer does play North Miami tonight, right?
Pioneer North Miami, I think they're playing. I know they got postponed last night as well. I never heard that they weren't. Never heard that they were. So that'd be a good game down there. Number 1 and number 10 taking the field against each other. So, Joe, thanks a lot. We'll say goodnight here from Wabash.
Thanks, Steve.